I think early we wanted to be able to handle their press, move the basketball, be organized against their press so that we weren't like in a hole from the beginning. We wanted to establish to our opponent that we were prepared for it and that we would score off of it, you know. And early on, I think we did score off of it. The minute we started to break it without scoring, it empowered them to start pressing us again. I think in the second half, we scored some on them, and it made it so that maybe they weren't going to want to stay in an aggressive press the whole time, but give them credit. They put a lot of pressure on us throughout the whole game. You know, I think they were poised the whole time, tremendously unselfish in terms of just moving the basketball and trying to find the open guy. There were some shots I think they wanted to get back and they felt like they could make. But I think that the larger issue was just staying poised offensively, staying connected defensively. There was a couple times where we scored, they got the ball out of the net, and they were down the court in 3 seconds. And we needed to do a better job of that because it didn't allow us to go on a run. You know, we score and they come back and score, you can't separate enough. We did a little bit in the first half, but I think overall they persevered. You know, and those two were certainly central and key to that perseverance. Again, you know, there's a lot of different strategies that you could use in that. When we scored to go up one, my mindset was to get a timeout as quickly as possible. It was our last timeout, but we didn't want them to attack an unset defense. One of the other things we talked about was making them play 5-on-5, making they have to play against a set defense and have their defense play against 5 of us and not one-on-one basketball. So if we didn't use that last time out, we felt like it would give them an opportunity to inbound the ball and then race it against us. Now, the flip side of that, they could set up what play they wanted to run, but we practiced this. It doesn't mean it's going to happen all the time. We had it happen in our last game, where we used our last timeout on defense for our last possession. And we practiced some things, and today we were pretty well able to execute it, get the basketball stopped in a bad spot, and fortunately they turned it over.